Let's talk condos. Hi there, I'm Nawar Naji, a real estate broker with Chestnut Park Real Estate in the city of Toronto. If this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, make sure to click on subscribe and that bell button to get notified of my videos. The second quarter condo market came out for 2020. And here's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Two things. One is the resale activity and the rental markets for condos in the city. Now, keep in mind the second quarter covers the months of April, May, and June. And if you recall, we're still in a pandemic of COVID-19. So up to March 15th of this year, market was very strong in condos, houses across the board, and then everything fell off a cliff. And if you recall, in April, a lot of us were staying home, not going out, the streets were pretty empty. And as time went by May 2-4, end of May, things have picked up. And the real estate market has taken off, if you want to call it, after the May 2-4 long weekend, end of May. So let's look at the resale activity for the condo market for the second quarter. So April, May, and June of 2020. Overall, the sales figures, so for the GTA, for the condo market, went down by 50%. So it dropped in half. The active listings, so the supply, was up by 16%. So as you can see, sales activity was down by 50%, and then, so that's your demand there, and then the supply went up by 16%. So naturally that should push down the price of the condos in the GTA, but it did not. So in the city of Toronto, the average condo price for the second quarter of 2020 compared to 2019 went up from 639,000 up to 661. So again, this is where you got to dissect the numbers and look at, was more one bedroom sold, two bedrooms, what configuration and the location, because again, real estate is very local and you can't really generalize across the GTA because it's such a diverse market. And the point that I want to drive here is, yes, sales were down, yes, number of listings were up, but you got to look at the specific niche market and geographic location of your condo, because if your condo is located in a building that has so many other listings for sale, that will create a downward pressure for your specific listing. On the flip side, if you're one of two or three condos for sale in that specific building, then things might bode well for you because of lack of competition in that specific building. Now let's talk rentals, condo rentals, because a lot of my clients are investor clients and they own condos as well as duplexes and triplexes across the city. But specifically for the condo market. Now for the bachelors, it dropped by 10% compared to second quarter 2019. For 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, it dropped by 5 to 5.6%. Now let's convert that to dollar figure. The bachelors dropped from 1824 to 1658, one bedrooms from just under 2200 to 2083, so about $110 drop. Two bedrooms dropped by $160, and then three bedrooms dropped by, call it another $160 a month. Now let's step back. So what do you do as a condo real estate investor? If you recall, or if you've seen my other videos, I always run my analysis at 4% appreciation. Now, even though the sales activity was down by 50%, the number of listings went up by 16%, the average price went up. So if you step back and look at the big picture, I run my analysis at 4% appreciation. And if you look at from a 5-year perspective, if you have 4% appreciation and mortgage pay down, no prepayments, no lump sums, no increased payments, you will double your equity position over a 5-year period. So as long as you're appreciating at 4%, then you're going to be in a good financial position down the line. Now, from a cash flow perspective, let's take a worst case scenario. Let's say your rental income dropped by 10%, not 5. So instead of 100 on the one bedroom condo, it dropped by 200. So you're renting for 2,200 last year, and now you're in a position where you have to rent it at 2,000. So you've potentially lost $200 a month times 12. That's $2,400 loss of revenue over a 12-month period. Now, you still should be okay, depending on your mortgage amounts and maintenance fees and property taxes, because over the long term, again, that 5-year window, which is not really a long term, it's more of a medium term, you should be in a good position because you're paying down the mortgage, you're getting rental income, and you would be in a position to double your equity over a 5-year period of time. So it's always good to step back and look at the big picture, because real estate is a long-term investment and it's not meant to be timed. It's very difficult to time the market and say, okay, this is the best time to buy, the best time to sell, because everybody's situation is different, and trying to time the market is a good way to approach your long-term real estate investment. So again, from a condo investor perspective, step back, look at the big picture, reach out if you have any questions, and we can look at your specific pocket, specific location, and whether you own a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and then I can give you the data to help you make the decision with respect to your investment condo. Now, if you are a home buyer, or I should say a condo buyer, the 1-bedroom space is competitive, especially those dens. I'll give you an example. Last week, I believe it was, or 2 weeks ago, I rented a 1-bedroom plus den pretty quickly, and the selling feature, the attractive feature was the den, because the den was large enough for the tenants to set up a home office and they can work moving forward. So there is demand for that specific niche market. Again, the den, where you can create an office, a 2-bedroom where the 2nd bedroom can be an office. So it really depends on your criteria as a home buyer or a real estate investor, is that the flexibility to create the home office out of your condo. If you are a real estate investor, again, the opportunity is in that 1+ den, the 2 bedrooms, which I'm seeing more negotiations, more back and forth between the sellers and buyers. There's opportunities there to get into that space. But again, it's really a long-term perspective when it comes to investing in real estate, and timing the market is not a good thing. And trying to figure out whether April is the best time or June or July, that's just not going to help down the line. The other thing that I want to talk about with respect to the condo rental market, and it's almost like a perfect storm. And here are 3 things that happened over the last few months. One is, with COVID-19, that short-term rental market got decimated. So what happened with the short-term investors? 2 things. One, some of them have converted to long-term rentals. So they put up their condos for 1-year lease, and some have decided to exit the market completely and sell their condos. So that created additional supply of rentals. The second factor I should say, is new construction completion. So a lot of projects are getting complete and being complete, and that's bringing additional supply of condos on the market. The third part is jobs. Now, for the most part, the white-collar jobs, so the office jobs, downtown jobs, those have not been affected for the most part. Really, the hit has come into the service industry, the retail, food services, and travel. The downtown white-collar jobs, for the most part, have been working from home, and most companies are not hiring, so they're not attracting new talent to the downtown core. And that has reduced the demand for some to move to the downtown core to rent, to be close to their job. So all those factors, the short-term rentals that had converted to long-term, the new projects being completed, which added supply, and the third part is there's no new demand of people wanting to rent downtown for their job, have created the perfect storm for investors at this time. So as a condo investor, be patient. I know it's turbulent right now, but I'm hoping over the next few months that supply will get absorbed, and then we will come back into more of a balanced market for the rental condo space. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to reach out if you're looking to buy your first condo or you're looking to invest in the condo market. I'd be more than happy to sit down with you and provide my analysis and my insights. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy investing.